Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another stale movie review. Today we are talking about Prince of Darkness. Really quick though, before I get into anything else, I want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for your support of my channel. Thank you guys so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. Written and directed by John Carpenter, Prince of Darkness follows a priest who invites his friend, Professor Henry Birak, and a few selected students to investigate a cylinder in the basement of an abandoned church. The cylinder is filled with a strange substance that slowly begins to infect the students. They soon find out the substance is the essence of Satan himself, who is trying to bring his father, the anti-god, into their world. So this is the third film in what Carpenter calls his Apocalypse trilogy, the first being The Thing, and the third one being In the Mouth of Madness. So now I've seen the whole trilogy, yay! Alright, so in terms of what I liked about this movie, I really liked this kind of like interpretation of like Satan slash evil, you know, reemerging in the modern world. I especially liked like the very rational approach to evil that this movie takes, which I kind of think is a theme among the entire Apocalypse trilogy, if we're talking about all three movies, you know, for relating them. And The Thing, you know, like MacReady's rational approach is, you know, trying to figure out who the Thing is, like by testing the blood and things like that, and just by stopping the Thing from getting out of Antarctica by any means necessary. And then in The Mouth of Madness, we have John Trent, who is an extremely rational character, and that, you know, plays into him going mad, going insane, like trying to rationalize this very irrational thing that's happening. So then in Prince of Darkness, we have essentially a group of scientists who are, you know, kind of by stereotype very rational, and who are like approaching this cylinder by taking samples, studying. There's a whole bunch of stuff with like differential equations, which is kind of where the movie lost me a little bit once math started to get involved. It was like just this very extremely rational approach to what's happening when it's not all that rational, if that makes sense. I like that. I like that juxtaposition, that kind of like conflict happening. Though I will admit that the pace was kind of slow in the beginning, I do like how Carpenter was building up this dread by, you know, having them run these tests and trying to figure out what's in the cylinder, and they're just like piecing things together little by little until you actually figure out what's in the cylinder. But it was an effective, you know, like kind of jumping into it quickly was an effective way to like keep my interest. So even if it was a little bit slow, maybe for my taste, I still really wanted to know what the flip was going on with that cylinder, so it kept me watching. The recurring dream that everybody shares was also a really effective tool to keep, you know, keep my interest and keep me watching, because it goes on a little bit longer each time and it gets clearer each time until the very last time we see this dream and we figure out like what the message is. If you haven't seen the movie, just quickly, anybody in the proximity of this cylinder, which is the essence of Satan himself, has the same recurring dream, and so we see it sporadically throughout the movie. And as with Carpenter's other Apocalypse films in this trilogy, I really like the unease that the movie leaves you with at the very end. So in like all of them, there's never like a definitive answer, like whether the apocalypse still happens or whether it stopped completely. It's just this very open-ended thing, and it just leaves you, it's like perfect in that it just leaves you with this sense of uneasiness, like because you don't know what happens. And it's like, so like what happens? Does like Satan get out? Does Satan prevail? Like same thing with The Thing, like you never really know what happens. Does the Thing escape? And we're never really gonna know if it escapes, right? Because it can imitate humans. Like he just does this so well at the end of all three of these movies, Prince of Darkness included, that it stays with you long after the movie is over, which is a brilliant thing for a movie to be able to do. So in terms of dislikes, this is really just like a personal taste thing. Comparing it to the other two movies in the Apocalypse trilogy, this one is probably my least favorite. I just thought just for me, there were just one too many characters. So like with the characters, there was just like a whole lot going on, and there wasn't really one character that I latched onto. So like ultimately there was nobody I really cared about what happened to them. So it was hard for me to stay invested in the characters. Like I just kept watching to figure out what was going on with that cylinder. There are just a few too many characters for my taste. Overall, I would definitely suggest watching it, but for me it's just kind of like something that I would probably put on in the background while I was doing something else. Like I don't, you know, like that sort of movie. Like I didn't hate it by far, but I didn't love it either. So I'm gonna give it a solid 3 out of 5. On IMDb, it has a 6.7 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 56% critic score and a 60% audience score. And on Letterboxd, it has a 3.5 out of 5. This movie is available to watch on Amazon, so if you want to check it out, there'll be an affiliate link in the description. There's no pressure to use that link, but if you do, it does help out the channel. If you've already seen Prince of Darkness, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it, and let me know how it stacks up in the Apocalypse trilogy for you. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here, and become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday, and you can ring that notification bell down there to be notified every time I post a video, even though it doesn't always work. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!